next we have disposability. So, Kyle, in your experience, what sort of disposability does the Mendix platform offer regarding starting and stopping an application at a moment's notice, or more simply put, how are the Mendix processes disposable?
So this ties back into processes and statelessness a little bit as well. We never assume that things should be persisting from one shutdown to another startup, right? We want things to gracefully exit, but any information that hasn't been persisted is considered to just be throwawayable. That makes sense. So in terms of disposability with Mendix, we're looking for a way that the runtime gracefully and quickly shuts down and starts up at a moment's notice. And this is enabling scaling, rapid deployment, which is a big part of low-code, as well as making quick configuration changes. So tying back to the third topic of the 12-factor app as well. So ideally, you have processes that are minimizing their startup and shutdown times. They're happening gracefully. With Mendix, if you shut down a running application, it's going to check to make sure that any currently running processes are allowed to complete while also simultaneously ceasing to listen to new requests. So, for example, a queued microflow is allowed to complete, but it will stop queuing up new requests in the queue, and it will hold them until the app is restarted. And it does that for us automatically, which is great. We do have limited control over what can happen as part of a startup or shutdown process, but most importantly, we have no direct control over the actual startup or shutdown. We can only influence what happens after it starts up or before it shuts down. And so, we use the after startup a lot to load modules such as deep link, or to populate the app with some data that needs to be consistent all the time. Similarly, with the before shutdown, you could log out some messages about how many things are in a queue, or you can perform certain actions yourself to make sure that certain things are explicitly shut down prior to the actual runtime process shutdown.